All right, so the flow for today is going to get very heavily into the hips. We're going to take us toward Ekapada Galavasana, or the flying pigeon pose, which means basically a lot of external rotation and the kind of stretch that you get when you come into your half pigeon pose, typically toward the end of class. So just keep this in mind and work this as best you can. We want to work the standing balance first and get into the outer hip, and you're going to have the choice when it comes down to the arm balance of moving in toward Ekapada Galavasana and trying to balance out with your legs crossed, or just coming into crow. But take one of the arm balances or the other, and before you come into that, work the standing balance here to get into the outer hip. So what's going to happen at the end of each sequence, you're going to be at the front of the mat and you're going to come into this figure 4 shape. So basically standing on one foot with the other leg crossed, ankle past the thigh, curl the toes of the lifted foot, keep the knee out to the side, keep that leg active, and then try to sink down into this as much as you can. Your arms can be bound, but let go of the bind at any time if you need to be sure you're balanced. And start to sink into the hips. Let both knees bend, press one leg into the other. If you're able to take it deeper, you can fold this down completely over the lifted shin, and we're going to hold on to this fold, or at least hold on to the balance as deeply as you're able to go with this here. Now from this, we're going to bring the hands down to the floor, and if you're able to keep your legs crossed, bring your hands down. You're going to have to be able to bring your palms to the floor with the legs still crossed if you want to come into Galavasana. And if that's not going to work, just release the cross your legs, bring both feet down, and you'll bring this into crow. Both hands down, knees to the arms, look forward, and as you lift your feet, bring the toes into touch. And you can take a higher version of crow, you can take it lower, whatever you like, and that's fine, but work the arm balance from there. Now, if you are able to stay with Galavasana, keep your legs crossed, and again, you got to bring both palms down, and this is basically crow with crossed legs. So palms to the floor, the shin is high up on the upper arm. Start up high because it'll probably slide down a little bit, and get the leg toward the armpits, and then look forward, lean, kick that front foot into your arms for a little bit more tension, and then as you come forward, keep your shoulders down, keep your head down, try to keep your hips high. It'll be easier to come into the pose, and then see about lifting the base foot. You can always just lift for a moment and set it back down and go back and forth like that. If you're able to keep the foot lifted, see about pulling your heel in toward your seat, maybe just balance like this. If you can take it further, extend that back leg up and back, and just take it to where you can. Go slow. Try to bring it up high rather than straight back. It's going to be easy to balance. And then from wherever you take it to, we're going to take it to the Vinyasa. You can hop back from either shape into Chaturanga, or just walk it back, come into plank, and move through the transition from there. And then we will just pick up where we started from that and go through the next sequence from that point. So just work things as best you can and see how far you're ready to take this today. Now that's at the end of the sequence. At the beginning of the sequence, one more thing to show you. We're going to come into down dog, and you're going to have one leg lifted eventually. And just keep it lifted as a 3-legged dog. So straighten the leg as much as you can. Tense up the thigh, lock the knee, point through the toes, lower that hip so you feel this in the glutes, and keep that leg straight as we hop this back and forth. You're going to look forward toward your hands, keep the base foot where it is, bend the knee, move your hips straight up and down, and high or low, pressing your base foot, hop this forward, and then press into that foot and hop back. And you don't have to hop that foot up too high. If you want to work it further toward inversion, you're welcome to bring this to the point where maybe you stack your hips over your shoulders. But be sure you can control this and take it back and forth. There's no reason you have to be extreme about this, but whether you're low or whether you're high, keep the lifted leg as straight as you can and try to stay aware of the tension in that extended leg, even though you're not bearing any weight on it. And just work things as best you can, and again, take things as far as you like. And then we'll end up at the front of the mat, and we'll move into the sequence from there. So to get this started, go ahead and bring yourself into a cross-legged seat. And just so that we're all on the same page, go ahead and bring your right leg in first and the left leg in front. And be sure you can set this up so you're able to sit up tall without struggling too much, so you're able to actually extend your spine upright as much as you can. Now, if your hips are tight and the knees are up pretty high, let your feet go forward, maybe let your knees go wider, and this will help tilt your pelvis forward so you can hold yourself upright without a lot of extra effort. And conversely, if you're able to take this deeper, then keep your crossed legs, but see about moving toward double pigeon. That's going to be with the left ankle over your right thigh. Now keep the toes, left foot curled, let the knees sink down. Doesn't have to come all the way down. Just see you got both sit bones on the floor, and you can still tilt your pelvis forward and stay upright. And then wherever you settle in with the legs, bring your hands out to your sides, fingertips down to the floor, just for some stability here. But stay braced through your core, pulling through the belly, around the lower ribs, hold yourself upright. Relax your shoulders down. Now reach the crown of the head up toward the ceiling. Draw your chin just a little bit and feel the back of your neck lengthen out. And then just close your eyes. So just give yourself a moment to settle in like this. Let your mind quiet down. And then when you're ready to start to deepen your breathing here. So with the inhales, pulling as much air as you can. Try to fill up your lungs. Hold on to all that breath at the top. And when you exhale, constrict the back of your throat. So slow your breath down on the way back out. And just work to make your exhales last at least as long as your inhales as you breathe. And just keep breathing like this to begin. Now when you're ready, take a deep inhale. And when you exhale, just open your eyes. And then hands down behind you, lean back, reverse the cross of your legs. Bring your left leg in first, the right leg in front. Again, arrange this so you can sit this upright. And if you're going to take double pigeon, it's going to be right ankle over your left thigh. And again, see you got both sit bones down. You can hold your spine upright without too much extra effort. When you're ready, with an inhale, reach your arms up high. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach us up high again. Exhale, hands through center. Inhale, arms up high. Exhale, through center again. Inhale, reach us up high. Now with the exhale this time, just lean to the right hand to the floor. Stretch your left arm, right gaze up high. Inhale, bring it up to center, reach up. And then with the exhale, lean left hand down, stretch your right arm left, look up toward the ceiling. Back and forth, inhale, back up to center. Exhale, lean this right chair to take it further, gaze up high. Inhale, bring it back to center. And then with the exhale, lean this left again. Left hand down, stretch your right arm left, look up here. Inhale, bring it back to center. Now with the exhale, lean this right one more time. Stretch your left arm long, gaze up high. Inhale, bring it back to center. With the exhale, lean to the left side one more time. Left hand down, stretch the right arm long, right shoulder high, keep looking up. With your next inhale, just come back up to center. And then with the exhale, bring the hands down through center, down to the floor behind you. And then just lean back, we're going to take a seated twist. So bring the right heel outside the left hip and step your left foot down outside the right thigh. Now give yourself a moment here to arrange this. You can also do this with the right leg extended and the left leg crossed, but both sit bones down. Now once you're ready here, set the left hand down behind you. Inhale your right arm up high. And with the exhale, move into the twist. Right elbow past your left thigh. Now extend the crown of the head toward the ceiling. Stay tall. Look back over your left shoulder. Use your right arm, press into your left leg, and keep extending up as you're twisting. Just breathe here for a moment. Now, if you want to take this a little bit further, here's an option. Keep your twist as is, but pull that left hand in closer to your right hip. Now push down into your feet, push into your left hand. And as you hold the twist, see about lifting your seat up off the floor a little bit or a lot. And then come back down. Again, keep your twist, press into the floor, try to lift your seat up off the mat. And then come back down. One more time, push into the floor, lift yourself up, but hold your twist. And then come back down one more time. And then go bring both hands over to the right, lightly open your chest to the right for a moment. And then turn back to center. Both hands behind, lean back and switch it out. Left heel outside the right hip, right foot outside the left thigh. And you can also extend your left leg straight if that suits you better, but get both sit bones down. Once you're ready, right hand sets behind, inhale the left arm high this time. And with the exhale, bring the left elbow down past your right thigh. Now extend the top of the head toward the ceiling. Look back over the right shoulder. Use your left arm and press into your right leg. Breathe into this here, and again, keep extending up as you're twisting. And then as you hold this, keep your twist, but pull that right hand in even closer to your right hip. And then see about pressing down to the right hand. Press into both feet. Lift your seat up off the floor a little bit or a lot. And then come back down. Again, press into the floor. Work to lift your hips, but hold the twist. And then come back down. One more time. Push into the floor. Work to lift your seat. Come back down. And then go turn to the left. Both hands to your left side. Lightly open your chest this direction. And then turn back to center. Both hands behind, lean back, untangle your legs. And go cross at the ankles, roll forward your hands and find all fours. Now once you're in all fours, just give yourself a moment here. Move around, stretch your hands, stretch your fingers. And just feel things out and at least loosen up your spine side to side a little bit. And then go ahead and bring this into all fours. Now, just to start from here, I want you to bring your hands in a little bit closer to your knees. Keep your hips stacked over the knees, but hands maybe 1 or 2 hands lengths forward. Flip your hands over, backs of the hands down, palms up, the fingertips point toward you. Now spread your fingers out wide, press your fingertips down, straight arms, press your spine toward the ceiling. And if this feels like too much pressure, try to bring the hands in closer. Now you can take more weight back to the legs, you can lean forward toward your hands, whatever you like, but still keep your hands tense with the fingertips pressing down like you're clawing down with the backs of your hands. And if you wanted to stay in place, you can stay here, maybe sway the shoulders side to side. But if you can take it a little bit more deliberately, start to move back and forth with some cow and cat breathing. With an inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward, look up toward the ceiling. Exhale, round your spine and empty out. Inhale, drop your belly, pull your chest forward, gaze up high. Exhale, round and empty again. And just keep on moving back and forth like this. Now try to work the motion through the length of your spine both directions. And hold that tension in your hands as you're moving. Now the next time you take your inhale, keep the arch in your spine, belly down, chest forward, gaze up high. Just breathe lightly here and maybe move a little bit side to side. You're still pressing into your fingertips. And then go ahead and release that. Come up onto the fingers. And just walk your hands forward. Come into your all fours with the wrists under the shoulders, the knees underneath your hips, and your palms facing down this time. Now, rotate your hands again. Fingertips to the side, in toward your knees as far as you can go. Set your hands flat, spread the fingers out wide, dig the fingertips down into the mat, and claw down like you're pushing holes into the floor. Now keep your spine lifted like this, and maybe circle the shoulders over the wrists. If you want to make it more intense, you can slide the knees back maybe a couple inches, but just take it to where you can still keep your palms flat and keep gripping the floor. Now this might be enough just staying here like this. If you can take things further, bring your knees together, bring your feet together to touch. And as you're gripping the floor, just go back and forth with the legs. Now cross the right leg tightly past your left leg. So press that knee toward the floor, pull your hips back, and then come back into center. Bring the left knee past your right leg, squeeze the legs together as you cross, and then come back into center. And just take it back and forth like this. And you don't have to push it too hard, just moving a little bit may light things up. Take it to where you can, and maintain that grip, fingertips pressing into the floor the whole time. And then just go ahead and take it through one more round or so, and try to finish with your left knee over to the right before you come back to center with your legs together. And then once you do come back to center, come up onto the fingertips, and then down to sitting on your heels, and take a moment, shake your hands out, loosen up your fingers and loosen up your wrists. Once the hand's ready, bring your legs out from underneath you, come to a seat. And we're going to take this into boat. So go ahead and take hold of your knees, pull them into your chest, and lean back to take your feet up off the floor. Now work the compression here, closing the hinge of the hips. Bring your thighs in to touch your torso as fully as you can, and still sit this up tall. Use your core to hold on to that tension, and then try to keep the legs in place, but release your hands. Now from here, bring your knees out wide, legs in Baddha Konasana, soles, feet together, knees out wide. We're going to pulse this and try to still sit this upright in this position. You got two choices. You can reach the arms forward, this will make it easier. And if you want to take it further, if you can sit up tall, hands behind your head, fingers in a lace, elbows wide, shoulders back. If your shoulders are tight, it's going to force your head forward. In that case, just reach forward, but take it to where you can. Now to pulse this, I want you to keep this up tall, but try to bring your knees in toward your armpits. On my count, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. On one, just hold. And then go ahead, bring your knees together, lift your feet, shins toward parallel with the floor, reach your arms forward. And we're going to move back and forth from this position. Let's take the first round slow. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward, right shin down, left foot down, both hands down inside your left leg. Now push into the floor, step your right foot back as long as you can, and then dip the right knee down. So you're sinking low inside your left leg. Now pull the right leg forward, set that shin down, come back to your seat and back to boat, and go side to side like that, left foot behind the right. Now roll forward, left shin down, right foot down, both hands down inside the right leg. Step your left foot back long, sink down, dip your knee down to the floor. And then bring that left leg forward. Bring your seat to the mat and come back to boat. And we'll just keep going back and forth like that. Right foot behind your left leg. Roll forward, left foot down, both hands down. Step this back, dip the right knee low. Bring that right leg forward. Back to your seat, back to boat. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, both hands down. Step the left foot back, dip your left knee down. Come back into center. Sit this upright and bring your legs together. Right foot behind the left leg, roll forward, both hands down. Step the right foot back, dip the knee down. Right leg forward. Back to your seat. Legs together, back to boat. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward. Hands down, left foot steps back long. Left knee to the floor. Bring the left leg forward. Bring yourself back down. Legs back together. Right foot behind the left leg again. Roll forward, left foot down, both hands down. Step the right foot back, dip the knee to the floor. Bring that right leg forward. Bring your seat to the mat. Come back to boat. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward. Hands down, left foot back, dip your knee down low. Bring the left leg forward, back to your seat, back to boat, one more round. Right foot behind the left leg, roll forward, left foot down, hands down, right foot steps back, dip your knee low. Pull the right leg forward, set yourself down, and bring it back to boat. Left foot behind the right leg, roll forward, right foot down, hands down, left foot back, dip your knee down low. And then bring your left leg forward, back to your seat, and back to boat here. Now hold on to your balance. Look forward. Reach your arms forward. Hands together. Interlace your fingers. Point the index fingers forward. Now if you want to stay upright, this is fine. But if you can take it further, try to lower toward halfway. Extend your legs. And then just twist side to side. So come over to the right hip and point to the left. And then on to your left hip and point right. Back to the right hip, point left. Over to your left hip, point right. Over to the right hip one more time, point left. Back to your left hip and point right. Bring it back to center. Hold here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just let everything go. And once you come down, just shake things out a little bit. And when you're ready, go ahead, pull your knees into your chest, hands to knees, squeeze everything down and try to press your body flat into the floor. And then go ahead, release your grip and bring your feet down. We're going to take this into bridge. Now, feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Bring your heels in close. You start with your low back basically flat. Now, arms out at your sides. So elbows bent, and more or less at your shoulder level. And then bring the forearms up toward vertical. Make your hands into fists, and think of this almost like a bench pressing setup. So keep the fists clenched. Keep your arms pressed into the floor and keep your shoulders grounded. And let's take this up and down. So with an inhale, press your hips up high. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, roll back down. Inhale, lift your hips up again. And then exhale, lower. Inhale, press up high. Exhale, bring this down. And then inhale, lift one more time, hold here. Now, keep your shoulders grounded, keep your hands tense, dig down into your heels. And as your glutes are squeezing, lift your toes up off the floor and try to pull the heels back toward your shoulders. Just breathe. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, sink back down. Now keep the arms as they are, and let's take one more version here. So bring your feet together, bring your knees together, and still keep the feet in close. When you're ready, press into the floor, lift your hips, keep your glutes squeezing, hold here, hips stay high. And just go back and forth, lifting one foot and then the other. Now pull the right knee toward your chest, keep your hips lifted. Step your right foot down, draw the left knee toward your chest. And then set the foot. Pull the right knee in again, set the foot down, draw the left knee in close, and set the foot. Lift your right leg, knee to chest. Set the foot back down. Pull your left knee close. And then bring the foot to the mat. Now pull the right knee in again. Keep your hips lifted. Bring that foot down. Pull the left knee in. And again, set the foot. One more time, pull the right knee in close. And then set the foot. Pull the left knee in one more time. And bring the foot down. Now the hips are still lifted. Squeeze your glutes. Dig down into the heels again. Lift your toes. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, bring it all back down. Now once you come down, knees to chest, hands to knees, squeeze everything in. And then curl up into this. Lift your head, lift your shoulders, bring your nose to knees. And then cross your ankles. Roll forward to a seat. Come forward to your hands and find all fours. And once you're in all fours, just give yourself a moment here to breathe. Now, one more thing before we move on. So we're going to work with that figure 4 shape a bit and take this into the hips. Now, keep in mind, we're going to go through a few different positions, and you can stop at any point. At least look for that stretch that you're going to get in the outer hip toward the glutes. If you can, we're going to take this toward a baby Galavasana, which is a very hard pose to come into. So just take it as far as you like, and you can stop at any point. But to set this up, come into all fours, wrists into the shoulders, knees into your hips. Now, tuck the toes of both feet, hover your knees up off the mat, and then sink back toward your heels. Now we're going to come forward with a cross step. So I want you to bring this forward. Right foot steps over to the left. And then set your left knee down. Now we're going to cross the legs here and take a figure 4. With your left hand, take hold of your right leg. And bring that shin up high on the left thigh. Now you can just stay right here and hold the right leg. Keep the toes curled. Keep that knee to the side. This might be good enough, especially if your hips are tight. If you can take it further, keep the leg where it is, but bring both hands down. Now, if you want to take this toward that baby Galavasana, walk your hands in close. Tuck the toes of your left foot, lift your left knee, and still keep your legs crossed. Round down and fold your torso over your crossed legs as completely as you can. Maybe stay here, and this is a good stretch by itself. Now, if you want to take it further toward that baby crow, walk your hands in close. You're going to stay curled in. The compression matters here. And I recommend coming down on one forearm at a time. I'm going to set my right forearm down first, right knee toward the right armpit. And then as my left forearm comes down, my right foot's toward my left armpit. And then look forward, lean. If you can, maybe lift the left foot. And even harder, if you want to try, you can extend that left leg up and back. Just take things to where you can. You'll basically be kissing the floor if you come into this. And then when you're ready, go ahead and release and come back to all fours. And like I said, that is not an easy position to go into. Actually, it's much easier to come into Galavasana in your hands, so it's a good comparison. Let's take this to the other side. So come back to all fours, wrists under the shoulders and knees under your hips. Tuck the toes of both feet, hover your knees, and then sink back to your heels. Now come forward with that cross step, left foot up and to the right this time, and sit your right knee down. Now with your right hand, take hold of your left leg and bring that shin high up on the right thigh. Now keep your toes curled, keep the knee to the side, and maybe stay here if this is a good enough stretch. If you can go further, both hands down. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee, and fold down as tightly as you can over your crossed legs. You can stay here. Now if you want to take it further, walk the hands in close and see about curling in, take it down slow. Now recommend one forearm down at a time. So I'm going to bring my left forearm down, left knee toward my left armpit. As the right forearm comes down, that left foot hooks over the right arm. And then lean forward, look forward to lift the right foot. If you want to go further, you can extend that right leg back. And then from wherever you are, when you're ready, just come back to all fours. And once you're in all fours, just move around. Give yourself a moment here to breathe. And you can always just stay here with a break or take another stretch. But whenever you're ready, tuck your toes, straighten your legs, lift your hips, and find your downward facing dog. Now once you move to your down dog, take a look at how you set this up. Hands about shoulder width distance apart. Now press your palms flat so you can feel some weight toward the base of your thumbs. And then sink your chest down low. As your chest sinks down, press your hips up as high as you can toward the ceiling. Keep that long upward reach to the hips, pulling through the belly, around the low ribs, and use that tension of your core to lengthen your spine. If your legs are tight, go ahead, bend your knees. You can let that go, and you can always just pedal this out and stay loose. Let your hips move side to side. When you're ready, take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees. Look forward, step to the front. Let's take a ragdoll fold. Now, feet about hips width distance apart, deep bend in the knees. Let your belly touch your thighs. Let your head hang. Let your spine round. And just let everything go long and loose here. Let the muscles of your neck relax. Now you can hang your hands to the floor. You can reach to opposite elbows. Maybe sway side to side to loosen further. And then when you're ready, just release any grip that you have. Keep your knees bent to begin, but restack your spine. So slowly round this up a standing. Bring your head up last. And then just open up your palms at your sides. Now with an inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, just bring your hands down to heart center. Now take a moment here to breathe, set an intention. Let your mind clear, find your focus. Now take a deep inhale. And then with the exhale, just release your hands. With the next inhale, reach your arms up high. And then with the exhale, slowly fold this forward. Hinge at the hips, start with a straight spine, put a little bend in the knees. Keep your core engaged, move smoothly, and then just release at the bottom. Now with an inhale, lift it up halfway, fingertips to the floor, or to your shins, lengthen forward through the crown of your head. And then with the exhale, bring your hands down to the mat and step it back to high plank. Now find your shape. We're seeing the shoulders, palms press to the floor. Press the floor away from you. Press your spine up toward the ceiling and stay lifted like this. And then take an inhale. With the exhale, slowly bring your shoulders forward as the elbows bend. Now keep your body in line. Elbows pulled into your sides and lower with control. All the way down to your belly. Now once you're down, flatten the feet up behind you. Hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides. I want to take it up and down through low cobra. So with an inhale, just peel up your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, roll this back down. Inhale, peel up again. And then with the exhale, lower. Inhale, peel up one more time and stay lifted here. Now keep the lift in the upper body, press into your feet, take some more all the way out of your hands. Elbows at your side, draw the shoulders back, keep your gaze forward, and work to lift up a little bit higher still. Take an inhale. Exhale, roll back down. Now hands under the shoulders, elbows into your sides, press the palms onto the floor. And we'll take it upward facing dog. So with an inhale, straighten your arms. Now pull your chest forward, let your hips hang, stay on the tops of your feet. Keep your legs active, work to lift your knees up off the mat. To take it further, kick your feet down, squeeze your glutes, pull the hips forward and deepen the arc through the front. Lift with the arms, but lift with your shoulders, keep your neck long, keep your chest pulling forward. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, pull your belly and hips up high, back to down dog. Now paddle out. Let your hips move side to side. Now with your next inhale, raise your right leg high behind you. And move into a scorpion dog. Bend the right knee, hang your right foot left, just open up your hips. With the next inhale, straighten the right leg into a three-legged dog and hold. Now, reach for the right big toe. Straighten the leg as much as you can. Tense at the thigh, try to lock the knee, lower the hips so you feel the lift in the glutes. And keep that right leg straight. Now look forward toward your hands. Left foot stays where it is, but bend your left knee, feel your hips move straight up and down. Right leg stays straight. Let's go back and forth. Press into your left foot, hop this forward, high or low. And then press into your left foot, hop it back. Press into your left foot, hop forward again. Press into the left foot, hop back. Now press into your left foot, hop forward one more time and stay forward. Right foot comes down between your hands. That's your base. Curl in and bring the left knee to your chest. Now stay low and stay crouched like this. We're going to open to a revolved half moon. Your left hand stays down. Forward to the right foot, but further left. Lean over to your left side. And let's take it back and forth. Inhale the right arm high and left leg back. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, right arm high, left leg back. Exhale, curl this in. Inhale, right arm high, left leg back, hold here. Now you can bend the right knee, and that's fine. Keep your chest open to the right, keep reaching up. If you can go further, maybe straighten the right leg. And if you want to bind it, bend your left knee, reach with your right hand, find the foot. Now if you do find the left foot, kick into your hand, let this pull your shoulder back and just keep your twist. Now take an inhale. Exhale, release both hands down, left foot down behind you. And from your low lunge, come down lower. Left knee down, left foot flat behind. Now sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready with an inhale, open this up, reach your arms up and back and gaze up high. Now sink into this. So keep the front of the left side long. Let your hips sink down toward the front of the mat and keep looking up, keep breathing. Now as you hold this shape, take an inhale, stretch your fingertips. And with the exhale, just pull the elbows out wide and open up your chest further. Inhale, reach this up and back. Exhale, elbows wide, open up again. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, elbows wide, open up your chest. And then bring your hands behind your head. Now interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders back. You're still looking up. Now press your right foot down, kick into the left. And then as you push into your right foot, lean further back, hold here. You're still looking up. Keep the glutes engaged and keep your hips pressing forward. Keep breathing. With your next inhale, bring your torso upright, reach high. And then hands down around the right foot. Now tuck the toes to your left foot, lift your left knee, come into low lunge. And then turn this into a grounded twist. Now, the left hand becomes a fist. Press it to the floor inside your right leg. And take a half bind, right arm behind your back, palm facing away. Now draw that right shoulder back. So keep your chest open to the right side, but look down the length of your left arm. Root down into your right foot. Now, as you press the right foot down, hover your left hand up off the floor. Stay twisted as we go back and forth. So bring your torso upright. Right shoulder back, left arm forward. Keep looking forward. And then hinge from the hips. Keep your twist and lightly touch that left hand down. Again, press into the right foot. Bring yourself upright. Right shoulder back, left arm forward. Hinge forward. Bring that left hand down to touch the floor. One more time. Press into the right foot. Bring yourself upright. Right shoulder back, left arm forward. Hold here. Now look over to the right. Open up your left hand. And bring that left arm down past the right thigh to brace your twist. Right shoulder back. Try to look back over the right shoulder. Keep breathing. And just keep your torso upright. Now take an inhale. And with the exhale, just slowly turn to center. The right arm still behind your back. Both hands together at your left side. Palms together, fingers inlace, shoulders pulled back. Keep your chest open. And then bring your left knee down to the floor. Now good, flatten your left foot behind you. Everything stacks to vertical from the left knee up. And we're setting this up for a half split variation. So slide the right heel forward, toes point up toward the ceiling. And rotate that right big toe toward your midline. Dig that heel down. Pull the right hip back, left hip forward. Keep the arms bound. Work your balance here as we go back and forth. So hinge from the hips. Chest open. Look forward. Belly to the right thigh, even if you got to bend the knee. And then bring yourself all the way back upright. Again, hinge from the hips. Bring this down toward halfway. Belly to the right thigh. Let the knee bend if you need to. And then come back up and bring your torso upright. 2 more times. Hinge forward. Belly to the right thigh. Look forward, shoulders back. Bring yourself up again. And then 1 more time, hinge from the hips. Belly to the right thigh and stay folded. Now, press your belly into your thigh. Even if you got to bend the knee, pull the right hip back, left hip forward, right big toe towards center. Keep your gaze forward, shoulders back. And I know the balance is tough, but it's part of the pose here. Work that tension to find the stretch on the back of the right leg. And that'll keep you balanced. Now with an inhale, slowly come back upright. And once you're on the right knee, set the right foot flat. Shift your weight forward. Tuck the toes of your left foot. Lift your left knee back up to your high lunge. Now once you're ready, let's take this into balancing. All the way to the right foot. Come forward with your left knee high. And dig into the right big toe. Once you got your balance, find your figure 4. Left ankle crosses over your right thigh. Now keep the knee to the side. Keep the toes curled. Start to bend that right knee and sink down. Keep the arms bind if you can. You can always release your hands. Now, if you can take it deeper, fold down. See how low you can bring this over that lifted shin. Keep your gaze forward, shoulders back. Just take it the way you can, but hold your balance. And then take an inhale. And with the exhale, we're going to take it toward the arm balance. So bring your hands down to the floor. Now, if you're going to take Galavasana, keep your legs crossed. And if you can't manage to cross legs, just bring the left foot down and you're going to take it to crow. Either way, both palms down. Dig your fingertips down to the floor. Now, for crow, the knees go to your arms. And for Galavasana, the shin goes across both upper arms. Now, look forward, lean forward, head low, hips high. And then as the foot or feet start to lift, go slow. Now, if you're going to Galavasana, maybe pull that right heel up. Maybe extend the leg up and back. Just take it to where you can, but find your balance, whatever pose you're in. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take it through Vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. Once you find it down dog, give yourself a moment here, move around and breathe. And let's take all that on the other side. So with your next inhale, raise your left leg high behind you and move into your scorpion dog. Bend your left knee, hang your left foot right, and just open up your hip. With the next inhale, straighten your left leg, come into that 3-legged dog. Now straighten the leg completely. Reach for the big toe, tense up your thigh, lock your knee best you can. Lower the left hip so you feel this in the glutes. Look forward toward your hands. Right foot stays where it is, but bend the right knee and let your hips move straight up and down. High or low, take it back and forth. Press into your right foot, hop forward. And then press into the right foot, hop it back. Press into your right foot, hop this forward again. Press into your right foot, hop this back. Press into the right foot, hop forward 1 more time, stay forward. Left foot down between your hands, that's your base. Right knee to your chest, curl in. and stay low. Oh, setting this up for that revolved half moon. Right hand stays down. Forward your left foot, but further right. Lean to the right side. And then take it back and forth. Inhale the left arm high and right leg back. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, left arm high, right leg back. Exhale, curl in. Inhale, left arm high, right leg back. Hold here. Keep your chest open left. You can bend that left knee. Straighten the leg if you can. And if you want to bind it, reach with the left hand, bend the right knee, take hold of the right foot. If you have the grip, kick into your hand to pull the shoulder further back and deepen the twist. Take an inhale. Exhale, release. Both hands down, right foot down behind you, low lunge. And take it lower, right knee down. Right foot flat behind, sink your hips down, press them forward. When you're ready with an inhale, open this up and reach your arms up high. Now reach up and back, gaze up high, let your hips sink low to the front. And keep the hips squared, right hip forward, left hip back, keep breathing. Now hold your shape, but take an inhale, stretch your fingertips. Exhale, elbows out wide and open your chest up further. Inhale, reaches up and back. Exhale, elbows wide, open up. Inhale, reach up and back. Exhale, pull the elbows out wide. Now bring the hands behind your head again. Interlace the fingers, palms open, elbows wide, shoulders back. You're still looking up. Now push the left foot, kick down to the right. And then start to lean this further back, still looking up. Glutes engaged, right hip still pushing forward. Keep breathing. With an inhale, bring yourself upright, reach up high. And then as you're reaching, we're going to take this a little bit further. So I want you to come down, bring both hands down to the floor around the left foot. Tuck the toes of the right foot, lift the right knee. Now take your grounded twist. Right hand becomes a fist this time, press into the floor. And then half bind, left arm behind your back, palm facing away. Now keep the left shoulder high, your chest is open to the left, but look down the length of your right arm. And then press strongly into the left foot, hover your right hand. Back and forth, bring your torso upright, left shoulder back, right arm forward, go slow. And then hinge forward, lightly touch that right hand down to the floor. Pressing your left foot, come back up, left shoulder back, right arm forward again. Hinge forward, and touch your right hand down. One more time, pressing the left foot. Bring your torso upright, left shoulder back, right arm forward, hold here. Now look to the left side, open up your right hand, and then bring that right arm past your left thigh to help brace the twist. Keep your torso upright, keep the left shoulder pulled back, keep breathing. Take an inhale. Now with the exhale, slowly turn to center, left arm still bound. Both hands together at the right side, palms to touch. Fingers interlace, shoulders back. Bring the right knee all the way down and flatten the right foot. Everything stacks to vertical from the right knee up. And let's set up for that half split. Now slide your left heel forward, toes pointed up. Now dig your left heel down, rotate that left big toe towards center. You can always bend the left knee, but keep your hips squared. Now take an inhale here. With the exhale, hinge from the hips. Belly to your left thigh, even if you got to bend the knee. Keep your gaze forward, shoulders back. And then bring your torso upright. Again, hinge from the hips. Belly to the left thigh, keep looking forward. And then come back up. Again, hinge from the hips. Belly to your thigh, gaze forward, shoulders back. Bring yourself upright one more time. And then hinge from the hips. Belly to your left thigh, look forward and hold. Now bend the left knee as much as you need to, but close the gap between your belly and thigh. Left big toe towards center. Keep breathing, hold your balance, and keep the tension. With an inhale, slowly come back upright. And then go ahead, bend the right knee, or left knee, rather, set your left foot flat. Shift your weight forward, tuck the toes of the right foot, lift that right knee, you're back in high lunge. And let's take this to balancing on that left foot. Come forward, and then bring yourself up with the right knee high. Now once you got your balance here, move into the figure four. Right ankle cross your left thigh this time. Knee to the side, toes are curled, shoulders back, keep your chest open, keep looking forward. And then start to sink into the hips. Now maybe come down a little bit, maybe a lot. Go ahead, bend your left knee. Hinge from the hips and try to fold as deeply as you can over that right shin. And just take this to where you can. Now let's take it to the arm balance. Go ahead, release your hands and bring them down to the floor. Now, you can take Galavasana with the legs crossed, and if you're going to take the alternative, just bring the right foot down and come into crow. Either way, both hands down, palms flat, dig your fingertips down. Now, knees to the arms for crow, right shin across both arms if you're taking Galavasana. Look forward, lean, hips high, head low.
and then see where you're going to take it. For Galavasana, maybe just lift the left foot, maybe pull the heel toward your seat, maybe extend the leg up and back, take things to where you can. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take another Vinyasa. Once you find your down dog, give yourself a moment here, move around. Now from your down dog, when you're ready, inhale the right leg high behind you. And with the exhale, bring that right leg forward, step your foot down between your hands. And we're going to take this toward a half split again. I want you to bring your left knee down to the floor and flatten that left foot behind. Now keep your hips stacked over the left knee, belly to the right thigh, keep that contact, close the gap. And then walk the right foot forward without releasing that contact. Whenever you're ready, point the toes up toward the ceiling, press your heel down, rotate the right big toe to the left a little bit, pull the right hip back and left hip forward. Now you can keep that knee bent as much as you need to. If this is already a good enough stretch, stay here. And maybe extend the right leg straight if you're able to take it there, but belly touching your thigh still. To take it further, left hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Use that grip to draw your torso further down, twisting to the right. Now this is good enough here. If you want to take this toward a full split, you can set your right hand flat and lean into that hand. Keep your grip on the left foot. And maybe slide that left knee back and lengthen this out. But pull your left hip forward, pull the right hip back, and just take things to where you can here. Now from wherever you are, go ahead and bring both hands down to the floor. And if you move toward that full split, bring that left knee underneath your hips. Now we're going to take another pose. So I want you to go ahead and bring the right hip down. Swing your left leg forward. We're going to take Janusha setup here. Right leg extended, left knee bent. Sole the left foot to the inner right thigh. And as you set this up, bring both sit bones down. Now we're going to take a forward fold that's basically on the midline between both knees. So just face this forward. Right foot's out to the right, left knee out to your left side. Reach your arms up high. Now take an inhale here. And with the exhale, just hinge forward about halfway to a 45-degree angle. Fingertips down to the floor. Now press your low back forward. Use your core to tilt your pelvis forward. Maybe stay right here. And then if you want to take things further, see about walking your hands further forward. You can bend that right knee as much as you need to get a deeper fold. But feel that stretch on the inner thigh and on the back of the right leg. And if you're able to take it deeper and keep walking this out, and bring your torso down as low as you can, but work to tilt your pelvis forward. Try to keep both sit bones down, and just breathe here. All right, now slowly from here, go ahead, walk the hands in close, bring yourself upright. And we'll take one more stretch in this position. We're going to take the side bend. So I want you to turn, open your chest toward the left knee, and then bring the right forearm down inside the right leg. Bend the right knee as much as you need to get that right elbow to the floor. Now, once you're in this position, reach your left arm out to the side, and we're going to go back and forth here. So take an inhale. With the exhale, sweep the left arm across, reach for your right big toe. Inhale, reach that left arm out wide. Exhale, sweep across again, reach this long. Inhale, open up, reach that left arm wide. Exhale one more time, reach that left arm, sweep it forward toward the right big toe. If you touch the toe, it's great. If you don't worry about it. But look up toward the ceiling, keep reaching that left arm long. And to go deeper, press the right arm into the right leg, try to rotate your chest toward the ceiling as you're stretching your left side, and just keep breathing. Take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just bring yourself upright and release this. Now go across at both ankles, roll forward your hands, and step us back to down dog. And we'll take all that on the other side. Now once you're ready here, with an inhale, raise your left leg high behind you. And with the exhale, step it forward between your hands. Now bring the right knee down. Let's move into that half split setup. Right foot flat behind, hips are stacked over your right knee. Belly to your left thigh. Use your compression to close that gap between your belly and your leg. Now walk that left heel forward. At any point, dig into the heel and point the toes up. Keep your belly in contact with your thigh. Rotate that left big toe towards center. You can straighten this out further, but with your right hand, reach for your left foot, outside edge, and then pull your torso further down, twisting to the left a little bit with the upper body. Now this is good enough, and you can stay here. If you want to go deeper toward a forward split, press your left hand down flat, tuck the toes of your right foot, and let that right leg slide back, but keep the fold, and keep your belly touching your left thigh. Just take it as far as you can, managing that forward fold and managing that twist. Now take an inhale. And then with the exhale, just come up onto both hands. If you move toward that full split, bring the right knee under your hips. And let's take the next position. So just bring the left hip down to the floor and swing your right leg forward. So the left leg stays extended, the right knee stays bent. And again, take your Janu Shasana setup. So sole the right foot to the inner left thigh as high as you're comfortable with. And sit just facing forward, basically in line with the midline between both knees. Now go ahead, reach your arms up high. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just hinge straight forward from the hips, come to 45 degrees, both hands down. Now with your fingertips on the floor, press your low back forward, and then come down lower. Now bend the left knee as much as you need to. Try to touch the left side of your torso to the left inner thigh. So you can bend that left knee a lot if you need to. And just fold this down as deeply as you can between both knees. And just breathe here. And then again, if your hands are forward, walk them back in and bring yourself upright. Let's take the side bend. Turn. Open your chest toward the right knee. The left leg still extended. And then go ahead, reach the arm. Actually, bring the left arm down inside the left shin, or inside the left leg, I should say. Left elbow all the way down. Bend that left knee as much as you need to. Now go ahead, reach your right arm wide and open this up. Take an inhale. With the exhale, sweep the right arm across and reach for your left big toe. With an inhale, reach that right arm out wide again. Exhale, sweep across and reach for the left foot. Inhale, reach your right arm wide. Exhale, one more time, sweep across and reach for that left big toe. Now maybe you touch it, maybe you don't. Now bend the left knee as much as you need to, but keep the left elbow down and keep stretching that right arm long. Now push the left arm into the left leg. Draw the right shoulder back, open your chest toward the ceiling as you're stretching to the right side, and just breathe. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just come back upright. Once you're up, go ahead, cross at both ankles. And then lower yourself down onto your back. Now, once you come all the way down, go ahead, draw your knees into your chest and just squeeze everything in tight. And then when you're ready, bring your feet down to the floor. Just take a long round of back bending here. So feet and knees about hips width distance apart. Bring the heels in close. You start with your low back basically flat. I'm going to start this with bridge and then lead into wheel and just take things to where you like. So arms at your sides, palms down, keep your gaze high. Now with an inhale, press your feet, squeeze your glutes, lift your hips up and keep that lift. And just hold on to that lift, press the hips up high. Now if you're going to take this into wheel, bring the hands around your head, palms to the floor, elbows high. And then just press in your palms. You can lift the top of your head first, but whenever you're ready, straighten your arms and press your hips up toward the ceiling. Now keep your glutes squeezing either pose, and if you need more space, if you feel it's too much on the low back, just lift your heels, whether you're in bridge or wheel. Now just breathe into this, keep the front of the body long. And you got the option here if you want to take things a little bit further. Now if you're in bridge, just go back and forth, lowering and lifting your spine. And if you're in wheel, see about bending your elbows and dipping your head down. So whichever position you're in, sink this down. Roll your spine down or bring your head down to the floor. And then press your hips back up. And then again, sink back down or touch your head down. And then again, press back up. One more time, sink this down or bring your head to the mat. And then press back up one more time and hold. Try to open further than where you started. Keep breathing. Glutes engaged. Keep the tension around the shoulder blades to open your chest. Keep your breathing long and smooth here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, bring everything back down to the mat. Now once you're down, pull your knees in close and just squeeze everything in. Let's take Supta Gomukhasana. So bring your left foot to the floor, right near the center of your chest, and open up the right leg to 90 degrees. Cross your legs together. Bring that left knee in tight. Now opposite hand to opposite leg. You can just hold the knees and pull down. This is good enough. If you're going to go further, you work your hands toward your feet. And if you want to take a deep, curl your toes toward your hands, and then pull the feet to the floor and toward your shoulders at the same time. And whatever you're gripping, keep the knees close. Pull down, try to flatten everything out. Press your spine into the floor. And push back up into your hands as the hands pull down. Whatever you're gripping, keep breathing here. Take an inhale. And with the exhale, just release this. Uncross your legs. And let's take it the other way. Right foot to the floor to start. Left knee to the center of your chest. Open your left leg to 90 degrees. Cross your legs together tight. And again, hold what you can. You can hold the knees or work the hands close to your feet. And if you're going to take a deep, curl your toes toward your hands. Bring the feet toward the floor and toward the shoulders as well. And again, flatten this out. Keep your knees close. And push up into your hands as your hands are pulling down. Just breathe with this here. Take a deep inhale. And with the exhale, release this. Untangle your legs and bring your knees into your chest side by side. Let's take happy baby. Reach between the knees. Take hold of the outside edges of your feet. Stack your ankles above your knees and pull down. Draw the knees down toward the floor outside your ribs, but press your feet back up into your hands at the same time. Keep the tension working up and down. Try to flatten your spine, so your tailbone toward the floor. If you want to go further, you rock a little side to side. And further still, you can extend your legs out against your grip. And then finally, from wherever you are, take a deep inhale here. Draw it down as much as you can. With your exhale, just release. Extend your legs out fully. Lay your arms at your sides. Open up your palms toward the ceiling. And just let your eyes close here and let your body sink down into the mat. And then just let yourself move bit by bit, fingers and toes, arms and legs. Take an inhale, stretch this out long, reach past your head. And then draw things in, elbows toward your chest. Bring your knees up as well. And find your way up to a comfortable seat.
Ground yourself into the mat here, stack your spine. Bring your hands up to heart center. And then take a deep inhale. Hold on to it at the top. And just let everything go. Thank you for joining class. Namaste.